Controversy with the I-Step. This time it's a computer glitch that might have affected thousands of students' test scores. WSBT-22's Patrick Roth is here now. And Patrick, there's still a question as to whether this glitch lowered the scores.
Yeah, Rick, the Department of Education got an anonymous letter right before Thanksgiving saying there was a possible flaw in McGraw-Hill CTB's scoring system for open-ended answers. McGraw-Hill says it did find a rare and temporary issue, however, did not affect the scores. But the Department of Education isn't so sure.
Nearly a year after last year's I-Step, there's still a lot of controversy surrounding the scores. Parents and now politicians are growing increasingly tired of the test.
Definitely the I-Step how it is now. It needs a major makeover, and not in a good way. So if they can get rid of the I-Step, that would be wonderful.
I'm concerned. I've actually talked to several people about it already today. Obviously, it's disconcerting to see the story.
That story is about a computer glitch that might have resulted in thousands of students getting a lower score on the test. The Indiana Department of Education was alerted of that around Thanksgiving and asked the company in charge of scoring, McGraw-Hill CTB, to investigate. McGraw-Hill CTB did find a, quote, very rare temporary keypad issue which was resolved immediately, unquote. And they say it did not affect student scores. They even went so far as to claim that the anonymous letter the Department of Education received was from a, quote, temporary scoring supervisor who was terminated recently. But that hasn't satisfied the Department of Education, which has asked for an additional review.
So it's kind of like we have one side here and the other side here, and we're trying to do what's best for kids. So how do we navigate through this? I think it's premature for me to say, take one position one way, but at this point.
For parents, there is a clear answer to this.
I would say get rid of it, and if we can take that stipulation off of our teachers, that their pay is based on those grades, that we'll have more teachers that are willing to teach our children, and we'll get better education out of it, and there won't be the issue that we have today.
The Department of Education has not heard back from McGraw-Hill yet regarding that additional review. In a statement to WSBT-22, a spokesperson for the department says they are already pursuing damages against CTB for missed deadlines and evaluating options and possible additional damages for this possible flaw. The state will not be working with McGraw-Hill for 2016's I-Step, and some politicians are actually now discussing completely doing away with the test. But Jennifer, they point out it's very early in the conversation, and there's still a lot of other things they need to consider as well.
All right, Patrick, thank you. Parents